Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to Mapping Clinic number 7. I am Immersal. I am the head of the developers community here at Immersal, and we have a Wise here with us. So Wise, if you can just introduce yourself for the new people who have just joined.
Hello, good morning. My name is OS and welcome to our Mapping Clinic number 7. So first of all, we will go through like what we have already covered in our topic in our previous mapping webinars. And so if you're looking for anything in specific and anything in detail, so you can go to any of our previous recordings on the YouTube and you can dig that topic in details. So previously we have covered mapping with smartphones, all the do's and don'ts of mapping with smartphones, then how to map with BLK2Go and how to handle that data. And then comes the map editing feature, like how if you have created, let's say, a bigger map, and now you want to cut it into smaller half, or if there's any changing in the map and you just want to, let's say, remove a specific part into a map, so you can choose the map editing feature and you can edit the map. And real-time mapping, also we have covered polycam pipeline. For example, if you, let's say you have mapped some place with polycam and you want to import that map into Immersal dashboard, so how to do that. And then we got a lot of questions about stationary scanners versus BLK2Go. So we have covered that topic also. A lot of customers has already mapped with 360 cameras. So in previous webinars, we have in detail covered that that 360 pipeline. So, and also then we had like specific kind of questions like how to map airport, stadium, railway station, or like, you know, multi-layered places that are very hard to map. So we have in detail covered those specific topics also in previous webinar. But in this webinar, there were like a few university students we had discussions with. So a lot of them were asking that, okay, we don't have any idea about any using Unity or any other 3D tools. So how we want to use the AR and Immersal. So we had to like refer them to 2 or 3 different tutorials to go to create a simple project. So, but the main reason to conduct today's mapping clinic is that for a beginner who don't have any idea how to use any kind of 3D tools, Unity or anything else, so they will be able to know that how to map using Immersal, and how to use Immersal dashboard, how to navigate through dashboard, and how to import a map into Unity project, and how to like create an experience, how to build for our device, and then at the end you will be able to you know, experience that or what would that experience on the device. So here's by the end of this webinar, you will be able to create something like this. It's a very simple, just drag and drop, and like any beginner can do that. So let's see what you will be able to make. So as you know, there was Halloween a few days ago. So we just created a Halloween decoration in our office. So it was a quick one. And yeah, so all of the stuff that you're looking at, it's like all AR. There's nothing physical placed over there. So this is a voodoo doll, some pumpkins, and yeah. So all of these details come from the assets. So you have to choose the assets wisely, what kind of experience you're going to make. In future, you can like make, let's say, a celebration or decorations for Christmas or any other thing that you want to make. So by the end of this webinar, you will be able to make something like that. Sorry. Yeah, so main step include can be divided into main three parts. First of all, mapping the place, then test the map, then adding the AR layer. Like in this case, we added some Halloween costumes in there, and then you can build it to that platform. So these are like simple steps, and then let's see. So what are the requirements? So first of all, you need to have a few things. First of all, a Unity version. It's like 2022.3.10 F1. So this is a certified and verified version that we have created something on it, and it works pretty well. And then AR Kit compatible iOS device, and AR Core capable Android device, and the Mapper app. So you can download our Mapper app from Play Store or Apple Store. It's free, and yes. So first of all, we will start with mapping our room, where you are going to create this experience. So if you're looking at that, so all the images are connected to each other. And we have to cover almost all the point of views while mapping. So now I'm changing the position and covering almost each and every possible angle. So the reason to show you the point of view is that how I'm looking at an object then while I'm mapping. There are a few like unconnected images, but that's fine. But most of the images will be connected to each other, so it's fine. It will create a good map. So as you're looking, when I will like change my place, still all the images are connected to each other. In this case, there are like clothes hanging around. So the clothes are not always there, so it's not the ideal spot to map it. But just to show you how you can map a place, this is how you do it. And if there are like minor changes in the environment, that's still fine, as long as like most of the features are there, so it will work. Now again, I will change my location. As you've seen that there was plain white surface, so it did not connect to our previous image. Now the door and everything else that we were covering from the other point of view, now we are looking at from the different point of view. So we will have a map from like each and every point of view. So as you've seen that we started from one point and we ended at the same point while covering each and every point of view in the room, just for some extra features. So I'm going again. But you can also stop at the point when I was like back there. So that's also fine. Yeah, I was just making sure that I don't skip any other points. Sorry, this is again. Yeah, so once you have created a map, it's time to localize against that map. So for localization, you can just go to dashboard, and you can like click download maps, and you can download your previously created map, and you can press localize button, and it will localize to that place. Yeah. So in here, you can see it's localizing pretty well. 7 out of 7 localizations is fine. So this is the sparse map that you will get, and then you can go to the dashboard and you can have a look at the same sparse map to place the content on it. Yeah, so it is almost like localizing from all point of views. Perfectly fine. Okay, so this was the first part, to create a map. Now I will tell you how you can navigate through the dashboard. And yeah. Yes, so once you have created a map, so you have to go to the Immersal dashboard. And there are a few things I will go through in detail, but just to show you a few things in detail. Like, for example, this is Immersal SDK samples. This is a Unity project that you can download and use it. We will use this one. And then this is a Unity package that you have to import in that project. And this is a token that you can use to download maps from your ID. And this is the Unity Asset Store. If nobody knows that what Unity Asset Store is, that this is where you were looking at all that Halloween decorations. So we downloaded it from here. And the point to, like, use all the free asset is that if a beginner, like first time, if a person is trying to create something for the first time, so they can use the Immersal Mapper app for free, and using the free version limit. So we selected a small room, so you can like fall in the free tier and use the app totally for free. And also you can download the free assets, and you can just by the end of this webinar, you will be able to, like, place everything in there, and will create an experience for you. Yeah. So yes, and once you have like you have like purchased or added to your assets any of these assets, then it will be shown in your dashboard like that. You can go to Window Package Manager, and here you can see the the asset in the dashboard. So yeah, so now we will go into details. Let's go to details. Yes, so you can go to Immersal developer portal, and this is what it looks like. This is your token, this is your user ID. Let's say if you have created a map and you want to send it to your friend, you can just copy this one and send it to your friend to receive any map. All right, and then here you can download the Unity package. I will just click it, and you can see it is downloading right now. Then we can see this one over here. Okay. So this is a project. So I will just show you quickly, like you can just download the zip, that's fine. So now you can see that there are two maps being downloaded. Two things, like one a Unity project, and the other one is the Unity package. All right. So in the meanwhile, let's introduce you to Unity Asset Store while the things are being downloaded. So Unity Asset Store is where you can get a lot of stuff paid and for free. And for example, let's say check 3D, and you can get plenty of 3D stuff and animation, characters, environment, and all of that thing. Then there's audios, 2Ds, and a lot more stuff. So in here, we are looking for an environment. So we will select environment over here, and we are looking for Halloween environmental. So I've already searched it here. So I will write Halloween, and it will show us a lot of Halloween packages. And as you can see, there are a lot of paid ones. You can purchase any, like if you are depending on your requirement. But as I told you, that we are covering it for the beginners, so we don't want to spend the money and want to learn about it. So you can select on the here free assets, and now it will only show you free assets. So in our case, we have selected this asset, right? So as you have seen that we use this wooded all, and this pile of box and pumpkins in there. So we have used this one. As you have seen that it's saying open in Unity, because I have already added into my cart. So if there is like a new asset, I will show you how to do that. So let's say a smaller one, yeah, this one. Let's say, yeah. So if it is not into your assets, so you can add it to my asset, accept it, and yeah, it will show, okay, you have got it. Then you can open it into Unity project. Yeah. And then, yeah, so that was the Unity part. So I hope you understand it. Now our things are being downloaded. Yes, we'll go to the downloads. Yes, so let's say we have downloaded these two things. This is for today. Yes. So this is the package, and this is the project that we just downloaded. It's in zip. We'll extract the zip, and in there you can see assets and SDK samples and everything else. So this is the whole project that you have to open now. So we have already downloaded the Unity. So just to save the time that it takes a lot of time to loading. So I have already set up everything, but I will show you how to do everything in detail. So we'll go to add, we go to downloads, webinar 7 that I just downloaded, all right? Yes, so this is the thing that we have. And in here, just hold on a second, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, so this is the project. We can select this project over here, and we can add it. We can select open, as I have already opened it, so I don't need to open it. I will just click here, and it will show, okay, project is already open. So we have the project open in here. Okay, and yeah. So in this one, you can go to the package manager. Just hold on a second. I will just quit it. Okay, so these are the packages that you have in here, and you can select in project to see what is in the project. We have all of this stuff here, XR, AR, and everything else. So I can select my assets. Yeah, so this is a view. When you will open it, you will see something like that. And yeah, so this is the detailed Halloween props. So you can, which I have already downloaded it, but if it's not downloaded, you can just re-download it and import it again. So I have imported it already, so to save some time. So yeah, so there are other like plenty of stuff that you can use if you have claimed like anything else. So yeah, these are my assets, and these are the things that are already in the project that I have previously added. Yeah. So yeah, this is, and let's navigate through the samples. So there are like real-time mapping sample, navigation sample. So if you're not new to the Unity and you want to create, let's say, a navigation project, like navigate from one point to another, so there is a sample for that. You can change it with your own maps and create something like that. We have already like a YouTube tutorial for that, but today's mapping clinic is very simple for beginners. So we will straight go to, let's say, a content placement. So here we have a scene that called content placement. So we will delete everything we have here. We don't need that. So to tell you that, okay, how to do things in detail. So you have to go to the dashboard and copy your token. And then you can go to the Unity and paste it here, right? So we have our developer token added in here. This is the first step you have to do. And then you can go to AR map downloader. So you don't have to manually download anything. So you can just add your ID in here. Let's say I have the office scene. So I have office test here. Let's say I can view a map, that how it's made in this view. Okay, so as you can see that this is the fireplace, some sofas, and gates. So you can have an idea that, okay, this is what it looks like, right? Yeah. Or there are many other, like for example, this one, it's a much bigger one. And then there are also some smaller ones. So we can use any of these because it's of the same place. So there is another one. Right. So you can change it, change the intensity, the view, how it looks. So for today, we will use this one. Yeah. So we will copy this ID, and then you can just paste it over here. As you can see, I have already added that. You can select airspace and select the airspace. You can double click. Yep. And you can select download and set up map and wait for it. Now you can see it has already downloaded the map, but you see the color is not good enough. So we can, just like in the dashboard, we can also control, okay, we can decrease the sparse map view and change the color. It's much, yeah, now it's much easy to look at. Yeah. So now it's time to place the content. So you can just drag and drop stuff in there. Like for example, here you can see these candles in here. These are some voodoo doll. So you can see all of this stuff in here. So most of the projects have, prefabs in there. So this is like divided into different parts. The bank, but this is for most of the stuff is for outdoors use. But because we wanted to keep the size smaller, so it's much easy to and quicker to create a map. So we will use just smaller assets and for the inside use, so we will not use most of them. So I have created a new folder for prefab, and we have shortlisted some stuff that we have already shown you in there. So we will just place the content in there. So if you remember correctly, I have placed this hat. So always keep the child of the map you have created, right? So I will just position it 0, 0, 0. Now you can see it looks much bigger. So I will just drag and drop it, drag it a little bit lower. And I will just decrease the size 0.5, 5, 0.5. Yeah, now it is adjusted according to environment. You can use the bigger ones if you want to, but it will look like weird if I don't like make it smaller. Yes. So this is the first object that we have placed in here. And then there comes, let's say, okay, this one and box. Yeah, we have placed a box over here. Again, 0, 0, 0, and 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. So nothing looks like much bigger or much smaller. So we will set everything to 0.5. You can add, like, if your assets are smaller, so you can make them, let's say, add 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. If you want to increase the size, let's say you can add 3. So it will increase the size of it. But we want smaller assets in here because it's indoor. For outdoor, we can use as bigger as we want, maybe just by the size of buildings. Yeah. So, and then there is this thing, then we will also put it in here. Again, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and make it visible. Yeah. So now it's also much visible. Yeah. So you can rotate any object like that. All right, looks good. And let's say what's next? Candle. Yeah, candle. There is a candle in there. Sorry. Yeah, I've already set it to 0.5. Cool. Yep, at this corner. So when we enter this corner, candle, the hat, and this thing, and then we will have a pumpkin stall. Ooh. Let's 5, 5, and 0, 0, 0. So it's easy to get it where it is. It's lower here and here by the entrance. Yeah, and you can see that it's much above the ground. We'll just keep it here. Cool. And then there comes a smaller one. Let's keep it there. Okay, so this comes over here. Let's get some way so we can walk across, because it looks like it's here. Yes, and one last thing, our beloved Woodrow. 10, 0, 0. It's much easier to understand the dimensions if you have fixed at one point. So that's why I always put it there. Once you have created 1 or 2 projects with it, so you will have an idea that how to place objects properly. I have to look at a lot of sparse maps, so it gives me idea that what I'm looking at and how to do stuff like that. So you can see. So now our project is ready almost. Yes. So this was the scene you are looking at in the video that I showed you earlier. So you can save this thing, right? So now you have saved everything. And then you can just build, go to build settings. And yeah, always remember to select the scene that you are making. For example, for me, it's content placement scene. Sorry, not this one. Yeah, content placement scene. So yeah, content placement scene. So in build, you have to always select content placement scene. Example. So this one is for Android, and if I build it, it will create an APK. And if I want to build it for iOS, then it will create an iOS project. So for example, let's say we can switch it to iOS if we want to, and we can also build it for Android. So when we are building it with Android, and we can use any other, most of the devices, they are on Android. So you can do a lot of stuff in Android, and to switch it to iOS, you can just switch platform, and then you can build and run project. So it will convert it to iOS project. And when you have, like, let's say, build the project, as I have told you that I have already made it over there. So just hold on a second. It takes some time. If it takes much time, I will directly take you to the next step. Yes. So as you have seen that now our project is converted to iOS, now you can build, and it will ask you that, okay, where you want to build it. So we can select, okay, this is iOS Windows. So let's create a new folder, and create, and in that I can choose it. Yes. So for Android, you can just create build, and it will build the project. But for iOS, it contains one extra step. That's why I'm taking you to for the iOS. because for iOS, you also have to use the Xcode. And for Xcode, I can show you that what settings you have to do for the Xcode project. Just a couple of more seconds. Okay, so now our project is done. Yeah, for if you are making something for, let's say, Android, so it will show something like this APK Halloween Immersal APK. So if it was not converted to iOS, it was on Android, and you build the game, so you will get something like this Halloween Immersal.apk. Then you can copy this APK to your Android, and you can install it and experience it. That just we showed you in the starting of it. But now, as you have seen that our project is complete, we created this one, yeah. And here is the Xcode project. And it creates one extra step, like say we have an iPhone and we need a cable, and we will attach it to our laptop. So I have shown here like the personal. As you can see, it's showing that my iPhone is connected. All right, yeah. So you can click here, and you can sign automatically, enable automatic. Yep. You can select personal. Yeah. All right. So yeah, it's same like you can enable it here also, but if you don't want to do that, that's also fine. But if you have all like selected over here, Unity iPhone, it's fine. And you can just click here and it will start building. So when it is built, it will be visible on our iPhone. And by the end of it, you will get something like this. It's just to show you that the experience we have created, because we cannot like play this tool on mobile device. So that's why we have shown it here. So as you have seen, the scene is a little bit changed. For example, there is a bicycle and there are few shoes over there, but still the minor changings in the scene will not affect localization as long as like most of the part is still localizable. So we place a hat, we place a candle over there. And these are the pumpkin towers. So minor changings in scene will still localize. So ideal condition is that a scene does not change, but even if the scene is changed a little bit, as long as the localization is working, it will still be good to go. So look at the details. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was it. And I will quickly, I forgot one thing to show you. For example, that's your building. I guess we don't need it, but still let it build. Yeah. One more thing. For example, when you have opened the project, as I showed you, that you can add the project and you can open this one. Then you have to also import one more thing. Sorry, it's custom package. And then you have to go to there and you have to import this one, for example, over here. As I have already imported it, so it will not ask me to like, change anything. I have deleted, as you know, we have deleted few files, so it is just showing me the new ones. But other than that, I have already imported it, so it's fine. And in the beginning, just for the recap, I have told you that these are the things we need: device and also the plugins. So these plugins are also ARK are already available in the Unity in Unity. So as you can see my assets. So they are can search AR, and this is AR Kit, AR Foundation. Yeah, so you can build it for any device you want. For as I've showed you the APK file, and also our project is building for the iPhone also. Yes. So so that's it for today. Hopefully, by the end of this video right now, you will be able to create any project using Immersal. And if you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you. Over to you, Maya.
Okay. Let me just check to see if we have any questions here. Okay. So about the assets, besides the unit, is there any other place that I can get free assets?
Well, the best thing is that you can use Unity. I think there are plenty of free stuff, so then you don't have to involve any third-party assets. For example, there are many other websites, but then you have to involve some extra stuff. Like say you have to download them, then drag and drop to Unity, then check if they're compatible. So if you are like using Unity and you have any other assets, you can use anything in the Unity as long as Unity supports it. But it's much convenient to show a user something that they can easily access. So that's why we have chose this one. Let's say in few days there is Christmas coming, so we can the Christmas, so you can create anything related to Christmas. You want to create a game, you can create a game or whatever you want. So there are plenty of other websites also, so you can use those to you can utilize those websites to download the assets and bring it to the Unity. And as I've told you, you can just also drag and drop into the Unity. Like if there's anything, you can just drag and drop into the Unity, and if it's compatible, it will work.
Okay, thank you. Another question here. Can you please show us again how you can share a map with a friend?
Oh, yes. Yeah, let me give you a detailed tour about yeah, now it's jumping. That means it is done. Okay. Yeah. So in dashboard, you have to select a map, for example, this one, and then I can select this map and send map, and I can add the ID of any of my friends. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, and send maps, and it will send it to that person, and then it will be visible to their dashboard. But remember, if you have sent anybody a map, then it is their property. You cannot delete that over there. I can delete this one if, let's say, if I send this to Maya. So once I send it, now she owns the map. If I even delete it, it will stay in their portal because we have sent it then, so they have a copy of it. So by deleting map over here, we'll not delete the copy that our friend has. So yeah, so you can send it, but then you don't have control over that map. It will be there. It will be shown in their developer portal, and they will be able to control that map and whatever to do there. Yes.
Thank you. There is a follow-up question. What's the difference between send maps and sharing mode?
Sharing mode is like creating it public. For example, let's say over here, you can say view public maps. So and you can just click search. Sharing mode, by the sharing map, you will make it public. For example, these are the maps that these are the public maps, right? So let's say you are at one location, and you can also change it to near your location. You can add your latitude, longitude, and radius. And if any of your friend or anybody, let's say you are a student, and someone in your university created a very good map, and they want everybody to use that, so you don't have to map it. So they can make it public, right? And then you can just share your latitude, longitude, and anything near that will be shown in your dashboard, and then you can download it and use it, right? And as I have not given any parameters over here, so you can just scroll through everything around the globe, whatever is shared in there. So you can these are specific. Let's say if you know their ID, so you can just type the ID and it will show maps about that. Yes.
Okay.
And then there's also stitching maps. So you can stitch maps. Let's say we can select 2 maps and we can stitch them and stitch map. And let's say, yeah, so we can stitch map and it will show us, yeah, it's processing. So as you have seen, it will combine both of these maps. Like it will contain all the images that are like in both of these maps, and it will be much bigger and better map. Yes.
So this would be good, for example, for a place that's bigger, then you can map one part and you can map the other part and then you can stitch them together.
Exactly. Like you can have multiple map of one place. Let's say you have 2 rooms in office. You can map one in one map, and you can map another part of the room in another map. And but you have some overlap to connect and stitch them, and then you can download one single map.
Perfect. Thank you. Are there any more questions? No? Just thanking you. So thank you very much, Elise, for showing us everything today. This is a very cool sample. I would like to test it myself. So thank you very much. And thank you everyone for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it.
Everyone. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining us. If you have any questions, you can ask us on Discord, or my email is given there. You can ask me specifically if you want me to ask any question. And if you want to ask any general questions from less sales related and or any other broader, like, range of questions, you can send us an email on support@immersal.com. Thank you very much, and see you in next webinar.
Thank you very much.